So, a reminder before the lesson begins, make sure you're taking notes and you're listening and watching for the keyword or phrase.
Let's get to it.
So, today we're going to be learning about translating expressions. Our aim for our first lesson in Unit 4 is how can we translate sentences into algebraic expressions using keywords. So, the first thing we want to do is just go over some important vocabulary words. Variables is going to be a huge factor in and a huge word that we see multiple times throughout this unit, and we've already seen it even before, even in 6th grade. So variables are symbols used to express values that are unknown. So values you do not know, you're going to use variables. So we use letters most of the time, like X, Y, T, S, etc. Coefficients are numerical values or constant placed before and multiplying the variable. So they're numerical, constants, constant values placed before and multiplying the variable. So if we have 7x, our coefficient would be 7. Our constants are values that stay the same. So if we have continuing 7x plus 2, our constant is going to be a positive 2. If we have 4x minus 3, our constant would be a negative 3. So you want to make sure you take that term or the sign before. So it's a negative 3, a positive 2. Or you're subtracting a 3 or adding a 2. So algebraic expressions are a combination of numbers, operations, and grouping symbols, possibly containing one or more variables. So while talking about translating expressions, there are going to be certain keywords that you want to look for that make your expression, or you have a chance or an opportunity to switch the order. And this is going to become more apparent when we get to the practice. But the key words in order to flip, quote unquote, are going to be from, into, then, and to. From, into, then, to. They're going to be those key words telling you to switch the order, or indicating where you switch the order. Okay, so let's look at the first problem. Translate the following statement into an algebraic expression. Twice the difference between 19 and some number. So we have a couple of different parts here. We have twice, and we have the difference between 19 and some number. So this is going to go with itself, and this is going to go something separate. So when something is twice, you're going to multiply it by 2. The difference means you want to subtract, and here's what you're going to be subtracting, 19 and some number, which is going to be a variable, which means you have to identify a letter to that number that's unknown. So here we have the difference between 19 and a number. Let's pick t. And I'm going to say twice that. So 2 times, and remember, 19 minus t is going to be in parentheses. So again, an algebraic expression includes your groupings, your operation symbols, different operations. Here we have an invisible multiplication sign through our parentheses. And that's what you have. Your expression would be 2 times 19 minus t, the whole thing. Okay, let's move on. Now here, Donna has S pair of shoes. Stephanie has 3 less than twice the number of shoes that Donna has. So here we're given the variable. We have S pair of shoes. We have Donna, who has those S pair of shoes, and then Stephanie, who has 3 less than twice that number of shoes. So before I do that, we have 3, we have less than, and then we have twice the number of shoes that Donna has. So we're going to write an expression to show how many pairs of shoes Stephanie has. So this is our keyword, less than. That means we're taking this, and we're switching the order. So less than would be subtract. We're going to subtract 3 from something. Here we have twice. We already know that means 2, and we're multiplying. And here we have the number of shoes that Donna has. So we're going to use S. So here we have 2S minus 3. 3 less than twice the number of shoes that Donna has. And this would be our answer. So number 1, we were using a variable. We were using ourself. And then here for number 2, they give us that variable to use in our expression. Okay, let's try number 3. For number 3, try this one on your own. Pause the video here and check back after you try it. All right, so for number 3, we have 4 less than. I know that's going to be a flip word. And then we have the product of some number and 6, and then we also have 4. So I know less than 4 is going to go here. The product means to multiply of some number, which is our variable, and 6. So 6m, again, connected by multiplication, that's invisible, and you're taking 4 less than your 6m. And that is what you would get for your answer. Number 4, try this one on your own. Try it on your own, pause the video, and come back and check your answer. Okay, so Patty babysits and charges customers a fee of $5 plus 15 per hour. So we have that plus per hour. You want to write an algebraic expression showing how much Patty earns in H hours for babysitting. So they're giving you the number of hours she works. So you need to figure out what that's going to be linked up to per hour. So 15 would be your coefficient, and you would have H for the number of hours. But she charges $5 plus whatever she earns hourly. So you can have it set up where it's 5 plus 15H, and you could also even have it as 15H plus 5. Because addition is commutative, you can have them both ways. Okay. So that's it for translating expressions. Make sure you're writing down any questions you have for me. Make sure you identified the key word or phrase for the lesson. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.